Hello, hi guys. Welcome you all to the DevOps Delight YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to see yet another task of 100 days of DevOps task challenge. I am here on the Chrome browser. Let me type engineer.kodekloud.com/practice. Hit enter. I directly got this task's UI because I auto-saved my password and username. In your case, it may differ. It will prompt you to enter your username and password. Once you have given those details, you will also get the same screen as like me. Let me click on the start button. As part of our 100 days of DevOps task challenge, today we will see day 61 init containers in Kubernetes task. Let me click on the start button. It may take 1 or 2 minutes to load our task. Meanwhile, I'm skipping the video here for a while. Okay, we got our task. First, let me read the task, then we will look into the solution. There are some applications that needs to be deployed on Kubernetes cluster, and these apps have some prerequisites where some configurations need to be changed before deploying the app container. Some of these changes cannot be made inside the images, so the DevOps team has come up with a solution to use init containers to perform these tasks during deployment. Below is a simple scenario that team is going to test first. Create a deployment named ic-deploy-data center. Configure spec has replicas should be 1. Labels app should be IC-data center. Templates metadata labels app should be the same IC data center. The init containers should be named as IC-MSG-data center. Use image Debian with latest tag and use command bin/bash -c and echo init done. Welcome to Exfusion Corp Industries IC/news. The value mount should be named as IC-volume-data center and the mount path should be IC. Main container should be named as IC-main-data center. Use image Debian with latest tag and use command /bin/bash -c and while true do cat/ic/news. Step 5 done. The value mount should be named as IC-volume-data center and mount path should be /IC. And also we need to create a volume to be named as IC-volume-data center and it should be an mtdir type. Note, the kubectl utility on jump host has been configured to work with the Kubernetes cluster. Alright, I am here on the jump host. Now let me do the kubectl version to check presence of kubectl. Yes, it is present. Now we need to create a deployment. Let me do the ls. We have no files here. Kubectl get all to list out all the resources in our cluster. So as of now, we are having only one service which is named as Kubernetes. Right now, let me do the vi deployment.yml. Enter. So what I'm going to do is within this deployment.yml file itself, I'm going to create a deployment and two containers for it. Those are init container and main container and also volume. All right. So first thing first, we need to have a API version which is of v1 and we need to define a kind. So this YAML file is all about deployment. So kind is of deployment and then metadata. In metadata, first let me define the name. What is our deployment name? And they are asking us to give. So IC-deploy-data center. Let me copy it, paste it here, and then under spec we need to define replicas. So spec, and then let me define replicas. So which is of 1, and then what else we have? Labels we need to have it right. So while defining labels we need to have a selector is of match labels. This is how we will be defining in the deployment files. If in case it is a part, that is different case, we will directly inside metadata we will define labels. So that's how it works in parts, but here in deployments we need to define this way. And then name of it is IC-data center. All right, now we need to have a template section. In this we need to have a metadata again. Within metadata we need to define labels. So labels is of app and it is of IC-data center, right? And then we will be having spec here. Inside template we need to have a spec. Our spec we need to define our init container first. Init, let me, instead of typing, let me copy paste it. Copy paste it here. And then for this init container we will be having some configurations that they have given. IC hyphen, this is the one. Let me copy it, paste it here. Oh, I missed. IC hyphen data center. And then we will be having a image which is of Debian latest. Let me type the same, Debian colon latest. And then we will be having command that they have given, right? Me copy it, then comma, then hyphen C, comma, and then this is the one. Let me copy paste. All right, so it is done. The value mount. Okay, so let me define the value mount as well. Value mounts. Since they have given only one, let me type hyphen name. Value mount name will be IC hyphen value hyphen data center. And then they have given some mount path, right? So that we need to define it here. Mount path, it will be of /IC. Alright, this is all the configurations for our init container. Now let me define the main container. Just check your indentation once. Name of our main container will be IC-main-data center. So this is the one. Image is of Debian colon latest is the tag. And then same, just like above, we will be having command here. Okay, let me copy it, paste it here. And then we will be having this command, paste it here. Right, let me define some space here. Same goes to here as well. Now we need to define value mounts, which is at IC-value-data center, and then mount path will be at IC. And now we need to define the value. Name of it should be IC-value-data center name, and also it is of type mtdir. So there is nothing for it, so I'm going with the default one. Now escape colon x enter. Now let me do the kubectl apply -f deployment.yml. We are having some issue from deployment.yml. No matches for kind deployment in version v1. Right? So that is the issue. We should be having apps/v1 here. All right. Escape colon x enter. Now let me do the kubectl apply -f deployment.yml. See, now it is created. Let me do the kubectl get all. We have one pod, one service, one deployment, and replica set, because we defined replica as one, right, within the deployment. So for that reason, we can able to see the replica set. Now let me do the kubectl get parts. We have this part. Now let me do the kubectl logs and then part name. See here, init container will start before our main container starts. Okay, init done. Welcome to Exfusion Corp Industries. See, init done. Welcome to Exfusion Corp Industries. As we have completed the task, let me click on this check button to validate our work. Click on confirm. Yes, we did it right. Congratulations. That's it for this video, guys. See you in another video with yet another task of our 100 days of DevOps task challenge. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing. Thank you.